Hi guys, it's Mrs. Mungia again. Hope everyone is doing well and staying healthy and staying at home and getting lots of rest. This week in science, we're going to be learning about different types of landforms. And a landform is part of the Earth's surface that has a certain shape and is formed naturally. So if you look in your science book, this is my teacher's book, but in your science workbook, we will start on page 257. And if you see where it says engage your brain, which is right here, it asks you what landforms does this river flow through and how did it form? So if you look at the picture in your book, you will see that there's a canyon. And it's formed when the river wore away the rock. So a canyon has really steep sides, which looks like this, okay? And it's a valley with steep sides. So this river right here actually flows through the canyon. If you've ever been to the Grand Canyon, it's really beautiful and it's huge. Also, we are going to be talking about mountains. And a mountain is a type of landform that's much higher than the surrounding land around it. So if you see, this is flat land and then the mountains are really huge and tall around it. We're also going to be learning about plains. And a plain is flat land that spreads out over a long distance, such as in Texas. Texas has a lot of plains. So if you've ever been on a road trip, you will see a lot of flat land with beautiful flowers everywhere right now. There's lots of bluebonnets growing. We're also going to be learning about a plateau. And a plateau is also flat land, but it's higher than the land around it. So the difference between a plain and a plateau, okay, is that right here, you will see that it's very flat. This is the plateau part, okay? And plateau is actually a French word. And it comes from the word plat, which means flat. Plat is flat. It rhymes. We're also going to be learning about a valley. A valley is lowland between mountains or hills. So this part right here would be the valley, and then these would be your hills or your mountains. Okay, so those are our vocabulary words that we are going to be learning about. If you look at page 258 in your science book, this part talks about above and below. So I want you to kind of look out your window of your house and see what's around you. Okay, you might see a lot of flat land. You probably won't see mountains right now. But you might see lots of trees and grass and bushes and shrubs and things like that. We are going to learn about the Earth's surface. You have the crust, which is the outer layer of the earth, okay, and it's made of solid rock. Then you have the mantle, which is the next surface. It's the layer below the crust, so you have the crust and then you have the mantle. And the mantle is made of soft and hot rock. So as you go down and you get closer to the Earth's core, it becomes hotter. Okay, then you have the outer core. So you have the crust, then you have the mantle, and then you have the outer core, okay? And it's a layer of liquid metals, and it's at the Earth's center, okay? And then you have the inner core. So you have the outer core, which is like this, and then you have the inner core, which is right here, okay? And the inner core is like a ball of solid metals, and it's right in the center of the Earth. And if you look on page 259 in your science books, you will see some questions at the bottom, true or false, okay? I would like you to read the sentence and then circle if you think it's true or false. For example, Earth's center is made of hot liquid rock. Well, we just read about that, so that is false, and you would just circle the word false, okay? Remember that a landform is part of Earth's surface that has a certain shape and is formed naturally, okay? If you look on page 260, okay, you will see a valley and a canyon, which we went over earlier. And then on page 261, you will see some more pictures of canyons and valleys. Okay, and then at the bottom it says identify and compare valleys. So they want you to look at the pictures below, and you need to compare them to the photos. So if you think it's a valley, you're going to write valley underneath the picture. If you think it's a canyon, you're going to write the word canyon. If you look on page 262, it talks about mountains, okay? It says, as you read, you're going to draw a line under a cause or draw two lines under an effect. Okay, so it's like cause and effect. Okay, if, let's say, the coronavirus would be our cause, okay, and the effect would be that we have to stay home from school because we have to do social distancing. And then on page 263, you're going to have a little math problem. Okay, it says estimate to find about how much higher Mount Monterone is than a hill in Barboursville. Show your work using a number sentence. So if you look, it gives you the different meters, okay, and how high the Mount Monterone is and how high Barboursville is. So what you're going to do is you're going to subtract those two numbers to get your answer. And on page 264, it talks about plains and plateaus, and you're going to compare the two landforms. And you're going to write sentences to compare mountains, hills, and valleys. And then you're going to do the sum it up on page 266, brain check 267, and apply concepts on 268. The sum it up has to deal with your vocabulary. So I want you to go back and read at the beginning and where it talks about your vocabulary words, and you're just going to fill in the blanks. On page 267 for brain check, oops, there's my kitty. I would like you to do the word play. So all you're going to do is fill in the missing letters, okay? That is on this right here. So you're going to fill in the missing letters in the box, okay? And then you're going to fill in the blanks with the correct form above. And then the last page is apply concepts. You're going to draw a picture of each landform that explains to you. So if it says canyon, this is a canyon. You can draw a picture of this. Or if it says valley, you're going to draw a picture like this. You also have a plateau, a plain, and a mountain. So I want you to draw pictures of the different landforms. And then on the last part, you have the Earth's layers. So remember, the crust is on the top. Under the crust, you have the mantle, okay? And then you have the outer core and then the inner core. So I want you to write the correct order, okay, of the layers of the Earth. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. And I hope you have fun doing science. Bye.